Alright, I'm officially live. I'm gonna ensure you're all able to hear me. Y'all able to hear me, chat? Alrighty. Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing Fortnite solos, cause there was certain times where I had play solo live, just chatting, just chatting about whatever. And I feel solo is cool, like you could just for real delve within the match. Wait, I should for real change the rating to EM. Be interesting, everyone, but you gotta be mature mentally. 7 plus, obviously. And as I have specifically mentioned within my recent live streams, last live stream, and what I'm specifically mentioned within my current live stream, and I'm not gonna stream for too long. When it's like 3:15 or something, or 3:20, I'm gonna head to bed. Yeah, I just been listening to music. I just been watching whatever shit on YouTube. When I should for real just be playing Fortnite or whatever game. Yeah, me and my homie, we didn't necessarily did a mission. It's a typical Monday. So tomorrow I'm gonna excuse me, later today, I'm possibly gonna stream and do my resume. Because today it's the 11th, so I'm gonna do my resume. Might as well do my resume because, hey, I mean, I'm gonna get myself a job on exactly May of 2026. But anyway, as I was gonna mention, as I typically would mention, full mental maturity 7 plus. The brain is fully formed and fully developed after birth, and despite the age requirement laws being temporary. So when I mean by 7 plus, I mean like you have full mental capacity. You're fully mentally mature, and I've already explained it on my other live stream, which I would refer to as my recent live stream. If I mean by last live stream, meaning what I last live stream, which was GTA earlier. Yeah, it was GTA. I didn't even did a mission though. I mean, it's all good. I mean, it's typical Monday where my homie would be like, I got to watch WWE, and then he mentioned he was watching WWE, and then he never responded to me, so I'm pretty sure he was asleep. But they don't have work tomorrow because, excuse me, later today. I'm used to mentioning later today, but simply because I'm actually gonna put the audio volume a bit low. Okay. Or I'm gonna turn down. I'm pretty sure that's what most YouTubers do when they're talking. There you go. This is my like go-to skin I prefer wearing. Battle Pass depends on the season or the theme of Fortnite. Simpsons, I'm not gonna possibly get that now. Yeah, it's cool, but no offense. It's just something that yeah, for just some reason, chat. Excuse me. Excuse me, chat. Excuse me, chat. Yeah, there is plenty of location I gotta consider unlocking. I mean, this is just a one-time like thing you can unlock. But yeah, it's cool. They don't have the question mark anymore. They just want you to just color that area. They could just mention the name, which is cool, actually. But yeah, Fortnite's not what it used to be. I hate the CEO. I just have this deep anger within me. I mean, I've already mentioned about my traumatic situation. Y'all know what I'm referring to, so yeah, that's what I mean by 7 plus though. Like, yeah, you're fully mentally mature. You have full mental capacity, like me. So like, 13 years later, I'm 20 chronologically. I'm a prime adolescent. Fully a prime? You're actually fully a prime. Actually, right when you're 20, because yeah, right when you're 20, you're no longer a teenager. Well, I do have mood swings, but I've mentioned to RJ it's associated with my traumatic situation. So, just like how I don't like the CEO, I just have this deep anger, which I actually don't like him. It's not because of my mood swings. I have a reason. But when it comes to the Simpsons, I'm like, yeah, no. Could it be that? Could it be the mood swings? Like, actually, that's. I just don't. For some certain reason, like I don't like the theme. Just has this type of cringe-like feeling. Not saying it's cringy, but it has a cringe-like feeling, meaning there's a word that's similar to it, but not necessarily cringy itself specifically. Can, can y'all hear me, chat? You're all able to hear me? Itself specifically. Well, obviously you are able to hear me because I'm talking. Just wanted to ensure if my mic's not glitching, because I am using the controller that I don't want to use. Actually, I'm gonna take it off. Hold up. But then actually I'm gonna prefer heading towards a safe area. Oh, what up, chat? No individual, because I'm gonna change my controller. But yeah, like I'm a prime, so just just feels great to be a prime. Well, I don't want to be, but it's how long you live for actually. So I'd say it's a great milestone. But that just would mean like you would start physically aging, but I'm not aging, so it's more of like how long you live for. But hold on, I'm gonna change my controller. Studio controller. I'm gonna turn it off. So alrighty, talking to the controller and connect my mic, my headset, perhaps. Alrighty, y'all able to hear me? Alrighty, y'all able to hear me? But simply because actually I want to see where I left off. I'm actually gonna put the audio volume a bit low. It's cool, but no offense. Something you can unlock. But yeah, it's cool. They don't. Actually, I'm pretty sure there's no reason to see if yeah, actually there's no part to where I left off. But anyway, what I want to chat about is, oh yeah, and then when I mentioned how the brain is fully formed and fully developed, the formation itself, well, how else are you gonna have a brain? So it's gotta just overall be a formation, and then the development meaning is fully developed, meaning you would develop a sense of awareness of your mental maturity, which is not until 7 plus, so it takes like 7 years until you're fully aware, which is why I refer to it as mental maturity awareness. You're aware of it, fully aware. That's what I mean by full mental maturity. And what I mean by despite the age requirement laws being temporarily, I just mean like they're temporarily, and y'all know the details. As I specifically mentioned within my recent live stream. Hold on, I'm gonna put my Fortnite volume quite a bit up because I don't want my mic to die. Because it's like low. And plus my mic, I want to ensure like if it dies, then I want to know what I'm mentioning. So if I don't have to hear the sound, then I know for sure. I'll be like, oop, gotta take it off. Talks to my controller. Shh, those are like bots. But yeah, what I want to mention about. But yeah, I've mentioned like what's in my recent live stream just my recent live stream overall actually. And what I'm specifically mentioning was in this current live stream, and y'all know the details, but I specifically mentioned that on exactly the year 2035, I specifically mentioned that I'm gonna remove all age requirement laws on exactly the year 2035, ensuring it's permanently illegal slash sinful, like overall, like in terms of enforcing age requirement laws overall, like not like don't necessarily enforce any, is what I mean by like it'd be permanently illegal slash sinful to enforce any age requirement laws overall. Meaning it's going to remain permanent from 2035 and beyond, where you can't enforce any for like thousands of years until the Lord God Almighty Jesus Christ returns. Choose. I'm going to choose a perfect age. Like for example, for sex and pregnancy, is 11 or 12 plus typically. But if you were to do it for pleasure, or to make out, or to be in a relationship, like if you want to consider marriage, that's 7 plus. So sexual activity, if it's for pleasure, and you're not getting your spouse pregnant, then I would say 7 plus. But if you're intending to impregnate, then I would say 11 plus. Excuse me, 11 or 12 plus. That's when you hit your growth spurt, and plus you're going through puberty, so it's a win-win. It's like a double-double, pretty much. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like choosing perfect age, like what's perfect for society, like all the perfect ages I specifically mentioned, like what's perfect for society, and they'll be considered like age limits, not age requirement laws or age restrictions. That's the whole point why I mentioned, oh, I'm going to remove all age criminal laws on exactly the year 2035. And just, despite the age criminal laws being temporarily, because they're apparently temporarily. So, oh, another thing I should mention as well is how your brain continues enlarging after 7 plus, despite you being fully aware of your mental maturity and having full mental capacity. And what I mean is the physical part. It wants to be the exact size it's meant to be after birth. Like as your skull develops, it enlarges, meaning like it grows in size to be, will grow, make room to be like, meaning it's not developing, it's just like the brain is trying to be that size. Not trying to be, but for real, like actually being that size, like overall, so I mean, that is one thing I just want to mention. Like, I want to like add that as well, but I would possibly mention that full mental maturity 7 plus, the brain is fully formed after birth. And despite the age formula being temporarily, so because you already know that the brain enlarges after 7 plus physically. So if you were to get a concussion at like, for example, 11 years old and you're playing NFL, if I were to make that occur, when I make that change, if I were the leader of the NFL who leads it all, lead the whole thing, lead National Football League itself, and they got into concussion, their brain won't get damaged because their skull is developing, but that's why the brain enlarges. Unless it just enlarges to be like to ensure like it doesn't get damaged. Because people think like, oh, when you have energy drink, you get like brain damage. I don't necessarily believe that itself. So, okay, hold up. Before I continue my talking, y'all gonna be like, why you not building, man? Oh, oh, another thing I want to mention: Fortnite is gonna be 7 plus potentially, meaning like if you're under 7, you can't play Fortnite. That should be like a thing. Plus, why would I let a 6-year-old play Fortnite? I started when I was 13. And don't ask why you started 13, it's because that's just when I started playing Fortnite. Because Fortnite released when I was 12, so either way, have nothing to do with the rating. Fuck the rating. Fuck the T rating. I feel like there shouldn't be games just for teens. Because teen is more like you're physically going through puberty. Puberty is a physical aspect. The mental aspects are like the hormones, like the mood swings, possibly the mood swings. Oh, I don't. Well, I have a crown. Well, who knows? The mental aspects is more like when it's like mentioning to your brain to like help your body grow. So it's more of a physical thing, puberty. The only thing that's mentally and emotionally is possibly just your mood swings because you're possibly having like a severe headache because just as you're going through puberty. I mean, I never had mood swings when I was a teenager. Pretty sure I do simply because of my traumatic situation, and it's just like a now thing or just regardless. But yeah, Fortnite is gonna be 7 plus. Had nothing to do with the rating shit. I just started playing Fortnite when I was like 13. Didn't necessarily bother me. Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, full mental maturity 7 plus. The brain is fully formed, fully developed afterbirth, and despite the age criminal being temporarily, so. Cause yeah, I mean, did I had a 6-year-old friend that played Fortnite? Pretty sure I did back on my other account, but he was gonna be 7. If they like I mentioned, if it's like a miracle, like AJ, look at him on The Walking Dead season 4. He acted like he had full mental capacity, so it's like a miracle sometimes. Sometime before you're even 7. Like I haven't seen my cousin Winter for quite a while, and yeah, that's that's my cousin. That's like my uncle's daughter who does sprinklers. So yeah, his name Tony Bari. Be sure to subscribe to him. If you don't know how to spell my last name, it's Bahri. If you don't know how to spell Tony, because what if you spell Tony? It's Tony. So gotta clarify which homophone it overall is, and gotta clarify how to how to spell my last name. It's Bahri. If you have an accent as a Middle Eastern, you would mention it or pronounce it as Bahri. But Bari is like it would overall seem like reasonable. Oh yeah, that's the thing I want to mention about my dad, and it has nothing to do with alcohol. Trust me. But whenever I like want to head to bed and I'm like sneaking to my room, like being quiet as possible, the next day, or I would say later today, because it's obviously today, which yesterday was that day. Obviously, because I was 3 something. Okay, it's 3:19, so I gotta head to bed potentially. But yeah, like my dad, he would mention he didn't listen. you were sleeping late. And I'm like to myself, how did they know? Like, I know that they would figure something out, but the thing is, because my dad was already awake and he knew, because my stepmom didn't knew. If she knew, then I'm like, do they have like huge ears, or are they sensitive to sleep? If they are, then they need to get some type of medicine, like sleeping pills, where it will make them be knocked out and they wouldn't even have those awareness when they're asleep. Like when I'm asleep, when I'm asleep, like I wouldn't even hear my sisters waking up for school. That is how. That's the type of sleep I have. Like, who knows? Like my mom knows. Like she has sensitive sleeping. Mm, I mean, I'm talking loud to my stepmom or dad's not even texting. I mean, sometimes they would if I was like talking loud, like very loud. But hey, like I mentioned, if I had kids, I'm possibly not gonna even be sleeping. I don't even get tired. Fuck you. You know, fuck you, buddy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't necessarily have any texts. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're very important. Appreciate you for asking me, whoever owned Fortnite. Typically now I'm kidding, chat. Whoever is in charge of the feedbacks. But yeah, I'm possibly not gonna even hop into another match. Level 4? Okay, but yeah, another thing I want to chat about is, yeah, so yeah, Fortnite's gonna be 7 plus. I mean, I had a 6-year-old friend, but the friends I will play with would possibly be like preteens or prime adolescent. Well, obviously, because AZ is one, Angel's one, but I don't play Fortnite with him. I play with his nephew once. Remember Angel's nephew? But he was like 7 or 8, so it's all good. 6 or 5 though. Yeah, I wouldn't even see a 5-year-old play Fortnite. Don't let your 5-year-old. Well, I'm pretty sure you would listen to me a bit. No, I won't. I feel like 7-year-old is a appropriate age to play video games. If you let a 5-year-old or 6-year-old, like I wouldn't even let my brother even play video games next year. But hey, if he develops a sense, because I feel like when you're 5 or 6, you're fully a kid physically, like temporarily physically a kid slash child in your mortal body, but you're like fully that when you're 5. So when he's 5, he wouldn't even have the terrible twos. He better not, because you heard me. I was yelling at him earlier. But hey, I know how to take care of kids. But hey, that's not my kid. So the way I treat him is not like how I'm gonna treat my kid. My kids are gonna be calm and chill. They better be, even when they're 2. I feel like triple two is not for all. Cause I know YouTubers, and when they have kids, if their kid is 2, they would even complain. I mean, you never know. I mean, by the time I'm like watching them, their kid is like not even a baby or a 1-year-old. They're like, I mean, you're a kid right when you're born. You're just tiny. Like I can mention to someone, it's a cute kid, meaning it's a kid physically. But that's another way of saying it's a cute, innocent human being. Because like I mentioned to this person, you have one job, kid. That doesn't mean they're like physically a kid. It means you have one job, you innocent one. Pretty sure that's what that word occur from, but physically you're meant to look like that, so that's the whole point why how the name occurs. Like temporarily, physically, a kid slash child within your mortal body. So, but yeah, another thing I want to mention. But yeah, Fortnite's gonna be 7 plus. So the ratings, if it's E for everyone, like for example, Epic Mickey 2 to Power of 2 I used to play on a PS3, cool game. I may possibly play it tomorrow. Not tomorrow, later today. I'm just used to it tomorrow. Don't worry, I am just used to it. I know to mention later today, but anyway, I'm gonna play it later today. It's a cool game. But there is something that I wouldn't even let a 4-year-old play. Actually, toddlers can't even play video games. They'll just fuck around. They'll possibly play Fortnite and move the cameras. They wouldn't even play like they actually know what they're doing. Because I mentioned to my brother when he can play GTA, and obviously he's 4, he's not 7. I'm pretty sure even before 7 he wouldn't know. If he's like 5 or 6, he would possibly be like, when I'm 7 or 8. Whenever he starts. It doesn't have to be exactly 7, but hey, GT6 will be waiting. Or I can ask my stepmom, and if she's like, well, I played GT5 at 12, so you can let him around somewhere around those ages. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even care because, I mean, I can mention to her saying, hey, like, when can he play video games? When do you think he would have the mindset of video games? Because I started playing at 5, but I'm pretty sure because it was a miracle through the Lord God Almighty Jesus Christ, where even though I'm close to 7, it's like, and I'm pretty sure that's why people use the term 6, 7. Not because, oh, you're less mentally mature when you're 6, but you're fully mentally mature when you're 7, and you're more mentally mature. No, that's not what it means. 6, 7 can be like, oh, when you're 6, you're already close to 7, or however people would use it. That's why I want that trend to remain, and I'm gonna be 67 when it's 2072. So I'm hoping that trend remains. If not, then I'm gonna figure out a way. It'll be like a political thing. Like I have to get involved to make it remain. Like it can't just be a meme that people create and it just goes away. Like it just vanish. Um, I mean, even a 5-year-old that's close to 7 would understand. So who knows? Next year he could possibly play video games. Who knows? He could possibly be like me. I played Sonic Unleashed when I was 5, and I'm like, was it 5 or 6? Actually, I started playing at 6 years old. Alright, I mean, it's alright. It's alright age. Yeah, I gotta say, it was definitely 6. Actually, no, it was 5. It was 5. Either way, I mean, as long as I'm not a toddler. But that's the thing I want to mention as well. So yeah, E for everyone. And then there's gonna be everyone 7 plus. EM everyone but mature 7 plus, and then rate M for mature. Just rate M, because if it's everyone mature, like Uncharted, they're shooting. It's quite similar to an M-rated game. But Last of Us, it would just mention rate M for mature. Doesn't have to have that 7 plus. I mean, actually they could because you want the people to ensure. But E for everyone, I mean, there's 2 E for everyone's. One would be 7 plus if it's E for everyone, like Epic Mickey 2 to the power of 2 for the example, or Epic Mickey 2 to the power of 3, or like the third version of it, the third sequel, or like Super Mario, for example. Just ensure it's 7 plus either way. It won't mention it, but it says F for everyone, but I wouldn't say a toddler can play it. Cause you still gotta understand it, and plus Mickey Mouse can have something that, yeah, you never know. I mean, that's what video game overall is, so. But yeah, I was gonna mention that, like, to be an astronaut, cause I wanna be an astronaut, would be 11 or 12 plus, typically. But for certain boys slash men's slash guys slash males and girls slash women's slash ladies slash females, it is 10, 9, or 8 plus, but typically 11 or 12 plus. But that'll be like way until before you're like done with college. That's like astronaut training. College is 7 plus, obviously, because more advanced. You start school at like 4 or 5 or 3. I would say like 3 to 4 plus to start school, but college is like 7 plus. Or make an exception for 6 and 5, which is more of a like a mentality thing. And then, for example, if you want to be a teacher, it could be at a young age, or it could be 7 plus to be a teacher. To be an astronaut, 11 or 12 plus typically. And if I'm an astronaut, I'll go toward Venus. But I'll explain all about that later today. So if you want to see more of me playing Fortnite, be sure to leave a comment down below. Also, I'm Andrea. Take it easy, chat.